Hi, I am Hope Adams.
And I'm Dre Valentine.
We both have anxiety and panic attacks, but the purpose of this show is we're going to laugh about it because we're funny about it. Living with anxiety and panic attacks, it's a hard thing to have, but we like to find the humor in it. Hey, and welcome back. I am Hope Adams.
And I'm Dre Valentine.
And we are Panic to Punchline. And today we have touched about it.
We haven't touched it.
We haven't touched it.
It's 10 a.m.
It's 10:30 technically. And I get up at 5 every day, so I have been awake, but I am tired. But anyways, we have touched on the fact, there we go, using my words correctly, of people with anxiety, especially us, like when we think something's wrong or like are we sick or like what is this? We Google. Mm-hmm. And what do we call it when we Google?
Rabbit holes.
We go down rabbit holes, and we go very, very far down rabbit holes. So today we thought we would just enlighten you with our recent Google searches.
We don't know what they are.
We
now,
don't.
mind you, we don't know what they are.
So no, we don't. So we're just about to bust this out, and you're going to get a little bit more in depth of who we are, I guess. Like, first of all, don't judge. You know what? Judge away. I don't care at this point because here we are.
And I delete a lot of mine because they're embarrassing.
That's no fun. That wasn't the point.
Well, okay. Well, I have 77 right now.
77. I think we have enough for a show.
So I think that I've deleted a lot. Some of them I have to keep for work, so we'll bypass those.
Right. Okay. So my first one, because mine are not gonna be good like hers, but mine's the Women's World Cup brackets because I was trying to see what time people play because soccer players. So that's mine. Your turn.
Let me find a good one or my very.
Oh, no, you can just say what you got there, bud.
My very first one, sports bras.
Because because
I went and got this sports bra here that I'm wearing. See it? We're going to give a shout out real quick because this might be my new favorite sports bra.
Okay.
Because it we can't. It goes up higher here. And it comes down more here. It's good. Anyways, I bought this at Target on a whim. We love Target.
I
just went in and I was wearing like a bandeau. Oh. And I felt like I kept pulling on it. So I went into Target, bought this really fast, and it became my new one. So I was looking up to try to find this brand, like their own store, so that I can get more than.
And were you successful in finding?
I found 3 colors.
Okay. So it was a
good goog. It was a good
goog, man.
Okay.
It was a good goog. My next one on here is step families, typically because I was writing a research paper for my therapy class about step families and like the nuclear families and how step families change the whole atmosphere and whatever, like bringing in extra people. So mine aren't good, guys. Okay. That's where I am. Go ahead, Dre.
I have how stress can affect our physical health.
Okay.
I did not Google that. That is what page is still left up. I think I Googled stress.
Symptoms. So
here, will it tell me what I actually Googled at the top?
We're gonna figure out what she's talking about.
Oh, it says.
Lord Almighty.
Oh, okay. I know what I Googled.
Oh, well, you got to tell me now. You can't just.
I was Googling my headache because I thought I was dying.
Remember what I said in the intro? Here we go. So we had a headache.
And that's what it ended up on because I hit, you keep hitting tabs until, and then I'm like, oh, that's probably it. It's just stress. Duh.
I don't.
But at first I had a tumor.
I knew that you did. I knew that you did, and life was ending for you.
Well, it was a different headache.
Oh.
Your headaches. Like if they're like here, it was a different one. Anyways, you go, it's your turn.
I'm just going to, Tractor Supply. I had that open.
Oh my God, you're so
But no, it was Tractor Supply, a dog cooling mat because it's hot, right? My barn's getting built, and so the kiddos, not the kiddos, my dogs, they're either like in the shop or they have a really big outdoor kennel that they have to stay in while I'm at work, and so we were Googling cooling mats, and we finally found some that you put water in them. I don't know if y'all know these things, but you put water in them, and then when they lay on them, it kind of activates it. So because our dogs are, they're expensive and we love them, but we want to make sure that they are happy until we get into our house in like the next few weeks, which is also very exciting because it's been a hot minute. And yeah. So Tractor Supply, guys. That was me.
I
Oh God.
I have synonyms for cowboy.
I don't even know if I can do this episode. Okay, hold on.
You want to know some of them?
What? I did no. I need to know the reason why we Googled that, and then you can give me some.
Because we were watching Yellowstone.
Okay.
And so I wanted to call. So I wanted, to like call Scott something cowboy. Without cowboy doesn't sound good.
I can't even.
But neither did these because I wasn't going to call him a bronco or a herdsman.
Oh, herdsman would have been good.
We're a herdsman.
You sexy herdsman.
Buckaroo.
Buckaroo.
Yeah, none of them were good.
They weren't good for you.
Drover, but I'm not going to call him.
Oh, what? Drover? Like DR.
Bronco bust.
We could go.
Anyways,
so many. Anyways,
he didn't get called that.
He didn't.
No,
unfortunately.
And it wasn't like a sex word. I was just gonna throw it in, like because like, hey, I watch Yellowstone. Remember, I'm good. I'm the cool girlfriend.
I can't even deal with you right now. So synonyms for cowboys. That's right. Anybody else has any like synonyms for cowboys that Drake could use in the future? That'd be great. My other next one was Kelly Clarkson tickets in Vegas because I love Kelly Clarkson and I'm like, can I go at any time? So I was like trying to figure out like weekends to do that because Kelly Clarkson, like best voice ever, and in Vegas, can't go wrong there. So yeah, I was Googling Kelly Clarkson. So
I like that. That one's good.
It was a good one. Yeah, I told you mine aren't funny. Mine are ridiculous, actually.
The BJ's menu.
Because we need food, obviously. Oh, gosh. Y'all, we're just sad. What did I...
Let's party in Spanish.
What?
Let's party in Spanish.
So you had to Google Translate? You were trying to say let's party in Spanish?
Synonyms.
Oh, my God. Are we serious right now?
That was for work.
That was for... Oh, okay. Well, see, that makes more...
Because I was trying... Like, we have to name drinks and...
Oh, I get it.
So that one makes sense.
That one makes
sense. Still
sense.
Weird to find that if you just found my phone.
Yeah, if you're new to the show, Dre is a businesswoman and she is opening up her own awesome massive bar. So eventually in the future. So she was looking at is it a shot or a drink name?
I didn't pick anything like that.
She hasn't. She never mind. But that's what.
I was just trying because I don't like if you try to do some kind of Spanish words like. I don't want it to be like fiesta. I don't want anything like that. So I was trying to look up random.
I had a friend of mine tell me this new thing was out. So, of course, I Googled it. And it's Reese's milk chocolate and peanut butter candy dipped animal crackers. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you, Kelly. She sent that to me and she was just, and she said she thought they were at Costco. So I was just looking everywhere where they would be because obviously now I have to have some. Yes, Quincy, I will probably have some. Quincy's my coach who probably says no, but I'm gonna. But anyways, yeah, that's my other fun one.
I have one day at a time action.
Please tell me this is not the soap opera. Oh my God, I can't deal with it. Oh my God.
It was because I was describing some lady's haircut to Scott and I said, oh my God, she looks like she'd be on one day at a time. And he didn't know what that was.
Right.
So I had to show him. You know who else he didn't know who was?
Who?
Mary Lou Retton.
Well, I mean.
Because I said.
If you weren't into that kind of thing.
I said,
back in
your
the day.
hair. Not your hair. I was describing a dude's hair. To be fair, I was describing a dude's hair. And I said, his hair looks like Mary Lou Retton. And he said, who's that? And I was like, the gold medal gymnast. Oh my God. And he was like, okay. He's like, I'm younger than you. Okay,
first of all,
you were born in the he was born in 82. You know, like,
yeah,
so you were born
barely
with
there, buddy.
Mary Lorette.
Yes, you were. Mary Lou was still in her prime at that point. Sir,
I know.
1982.
He's
that's
like,
horrible.
I only know the one that talked really high, the short one that talked really high.
Well, that's
like
all of
Carrie
them.
Struck.
I'm like, that's all of them. They all talk pretty high there, buddy.
It was just so funny.
I was on Ulta's page looking up hair products.
Yeah,
I
looked at engagement rings.
Did you now? Let's talk about that. Did you? You looked at did you find anything in particular in which you thought was acceptable for your finger? And has he seen them?
Yes. Well, he's the one who showed it to me.
Oh, okay.
But I looked up, like, you know, what I would want him to think that, I don't know, I would want. He needs to read my mind.
Well, I mean, you just need to talk to his phone. Like, obviously, that's what happens, right? Like, our phone's like...
oval-shaped pave band.
Oh, my gosh. You know what? It's so funny. It's my second search was that because, I'm going to get a new one.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm upgrading.
Is it oval search pave?
Yes.
It is?
Yes.
Shut up!
We literally have... Yeah.
Wow, that's what I want.
Yeah, so, so that's... Y'all are loving this episode, I can tell. But listen, these are things that we rabbit hole our way through it. I Googled the other day, was like, why is my pee cloudy?
Oh.
Okay, because this is where we get serious, because I'm like, you wake up in the morning, I'm like, what happened? Like, what did I eat? What did I have flour? I don't know. what happened? I'm like, and so of course, like, you Googled that because like that's probably is not normal. And I Googled it, and it gives you all of the things that it could possibly.
They're all terrifying.
They're all terrifying. All terrifying. And I was just like, okay, well, and here's the thing is like, as we drink a lot of like liquid throughout the day and whatever. And so like, you know, we frequent to the bathroom, but I was just that one morning, I was like, what happened here? And I'm just going to go with the thought that I think I was just like really dehydrated. Because I went and drank like a big Gatorade and life was better after that. But I was like, I went down a rabbit hole of like WebMD with that one. So don't do that.
Yeah, I Googled, why is my face swollen?
Okay.
Yeah, that is very vague.
It is very vague. I would think that you would need to be a little bit more specific on that one.
Well, but now that I found out that I have a kidney bladder infection, I'm retaining water.
2 different organs, but yep. Mm-hmm.
Well, they all go together.
Yep.
They do. Because it goes urinary tract, bladder, kidney. So it starts and it just...
We are getting a lesson from Dre today.
Well, I was just, I did an online doctor visit.
Oh.
Or whatever, FaceTime.
Uh-huh.
I did that. And then, so they gave me an antibiotic, but then they told me I had to go to my doctor still. And I'm like...
So not helpful. Not helpful.
Well, she was like, do you have a fever? And I said, I don't know. I don't think so.
Do you have a thermometer?
I don't have a thermometer.
You don't.
Well, not now. Now that like my kids doesn't live at home, I don't have a thermometer. And I also Googled, what do dog coughs sound like? Because he kept going. I'm like, I was like, is he gagging? But that's a cough.
Is he gagging or is he coughing? What is wrong with my dog? And what did you discover?
Well, I took him to the vet. They thought he had pneumonia. He did not.
When he ate your underwear? Or
no,
no,
he didn't. He ate my underwear. No, that was the same week. The same week. So I took him to the vet, and they thought he had pneumonia. He didn't have it, and then they said he just had a cold or whatever. They gave him some like cough medicine that made him legit cracked out. Like, he was just like, it's like, because it had codeine in it. Oh. And they're like, sometimes codeine will make him tired, but sometimes it won't. Very vague.
Very vague.
And he was
Give me the scale here.
He was literally like, his eyes were like this big. He's like, he was so little. And then he ate my underwear.
And then he ate.
And then
that's a whole other story.
And then he cost me $1,000. So don't leave your panties out.
Don't leave your thongs out with puppies, guys.
God, yeah.
If you take anything from this episode, don't leave your thongs out for your dogs to find.
Yeah. My Googles weren't as good this time. I'm very sad. They're usually pretty
they are pretty
crazy.
Good. I'm trying to think of like some other things that I've Googled.
I wonder if I've used my computer or something. Because I'm
Lord.
like, I know I've looked up.
I know that, like, I looked up things, like, also on, like, my work computer that I'm like, "Oh my god, I probably shouldn't have done that." Just it like, it wasn't anything, like, inappropriate, but I'm like, "The people," because IT people, they can, like, look up everything that you've done, and
Uh,
I was like, "Okay, yeah," so I looked up acute PTSD versus chronic PTSD, just in case anybody
Oh.
wanted to know on that one.
Do you have PTSD?
I don't know, at this point, I don't know why I did that. I think I was writing a paper or something, or I was writing up like a treatment plan for somebody, but, yeah, I think so, like, acute PSD is, like, something that happened, like, one time kinda thing, and then you have, obviously, trauma and stuff from that, and then chronic is something that's just continuing over and
Mm.
over again, but, like, I'm just guessing that's what that was for. I don't think I had PTSD, but, I mean, I'm trying to think of what I would've. I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of why I would do that. And common therapy diagnosis, yeah, I was, like, really into it at this point because I was like, "Well, what's wrong with this person?" And then I'm like, "What's wrong with me? Let's let's see what can I diagnose myself?" Which I cannot.
And just people with anxiety aren't the rabbit holes. I mean, I have
No.
because Scott's OCD,
Mhm.
and he goes into rabbit holes,
Mhm.
but they're on completely different. Like they're not like him dying. Like
So,
those are
like,
our rabbit holes.
give me an example of
Okay,
his
so
rabbit
like
hole.
today, this
Okay.
morning, had to leave. I had to leave, and I had to still deal with this
Hey.
exact thing.
Yes.
He's like, "Babe, I found these cabinet pulls," and I was like, "Okay," and he's like, "They're so badass," and I was like, "All right, cool." So he's like trying to show me. He couldn't find it, and he was getting so mad at that. So, anyways, he finds it, and they're gold, and I was like, "Well, why are you looking at that right now? Like, 'cause we're gonna move in like 6 months. So, like,
Mhm.
why are you looking at redoing the kitchen,
Mhm.
right?" And he's like, "Well, I mean, I figured like how badass would that look, because the cabinets are black, we put the gold, we could do this, we could put." And I was like, "There is no gold in our entire house."
Mhm.
And I was like, "Which means you're gonna buy these cabinet pulls, and then you're gonna buy all kinds of shit to go in here, right?"
That's
So it
gold.
doesn't start. It starts with that. It doesn't end with that. It's got to, because you got to bring the gold. Because in our new house, we want golds, blacks. We want it. That's what we want. He's like, "But it could be for later." And I was like, "But it's not going to be." And here's his rabbit hole. He's like, "I've already thought about it." So then he showed me bar stools. I'm like, "See, no pulls, no pulls, because you've already gone down this rabbit hole where you've gotten the sink, the bar stools. They're all saved, and you're already here. You're already here. Your rabbit hole is like 3 hours long worth of gold shit to pull through the house that we're gonna move out of."
Right.
And
Is
he's
he, like, thinking he's gonna take it all with him? Like, because, like, your new house, you don't know how many cabinets you have, so what if they run out of that style,
but I said,
Scott?
but see, I'm really bad about this because I have to cut myself off in rabbit holes,
Mhm.
like, or I'm just like throw my phone across the room or whatever.
Right.
And I'm like, "No pulls." And he's like, I was like, "Why are you telling me this?" And
Yeah.
he's like, "Well, I need you to tell me no." And I was like, no, no pulls,
I love that he said, "I need you to tell me
And then
no."
he's like, "But look at it." And I'm no.
I'm not gonna look at it.
But so regular people have their own version of rabbit holes. Not,
I don't
not
know
the
that
way
I'd call
we
that.
do.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. I guess, yeah. I don't know. Our rabbit holes are different, I guess. I think
Oh,
ours
yeah.
is always, like, symptom-based.
Ours always end up with us dying.
Pretty much. I honestly, I feel that way. I think most of my searches it always immediately takes me to WebMD every time, and I'm like, why is that? It's like, it's not like you could just do something like, my eyebrow hurts, right? You're
Yeah.
like, why is my eyebrow twitching? That's a big thing. That's the thing for me is like my eyes twitch, and I figured it out. There's like two reasons why it does. Either it's very stress, and it's usually my right eye. I haven't really dug into the rabbit hole of that, but it's my right eye, or if my allergies are really bad, they will twitch, and it is so annoying. But like, I've literally looked up like, why does my eye twitch? And like, sometimes I'm like, they say I need to take my eyeball out, and I'm like, is it that bad? I don't know. I don't know.
I have a friend who had like a face little surgery type thing, right?
An enhancement.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And they hit a nerve in her face,
Yeah.
and so now it's like
Oh
this
no.
part doesn't move. And so every day I'm like, and I'm like, "I need everything done. I need everything done." Right? Nothing's done. And I'm still like,
Dude, my nerves were.
psycho, you know?
Y'all really want to hang out with us. We know.
But like, cause she sent me a video. She'd die if she knew I was talking about it. But like, she sent me a video and she's like, I look like fucking Popeye.
No.
Yeah, because she's like, it's fine. She's like, it's getting better. Like when she talks, I guess whenever she first talked, it wouldn't move at all. So like the rest of her mouth moved and this just stayed.
That's awful.
And so she's like, it only is whenever I laugh. And so she like laughs on this video and like it stays here in her whole eye.
That's so sad.
And so,
I'm sorry.
And I'm like, oh my God, are you okay? Like, and so I'm constantly like,
we don't even Google for a rabbit hole at that point because you're going to be like,
it happened to someone else. Yeah. And now I'm like, oh my God, do my nerves work? Does my mouth do that? Scott's like,
I've actually done that too. Like when I felt like my face was tingling or something, and I'm like, "Am I stroking?"
Yeah,
because you look at it, I'm stroking. So I'm like doing both the eyebrows, stick the tongue out, put your arms up, and you go up. Can you talk? And I'm like, I can't tell you how many times I put myself through a stroke test, like back when I panicked. But
yes, or like if you're singing in the car, right?
I do it all the time.
Right? You're singing in the car, and then like you feel like you can't get the words out because you're probably singing really fast,
right?
And I'm like, is my tongue not working?
Oh God,
I'm so weird about my tongue not working. I don't.
She is.
Know
there was an episode on that.
I don't know why that is a fear of mine that my tongue will stop working.
I don't even know what to say about this episode, but welcome to our rabbit holes and our Google searches and like things that really go through our minds. I hope that you really enjoy getting to know us a little better. We really are a ball of delight to hang out with. Our producer loves us over there. I swear he does. But we will end this one. I am Hope Adams.
And I'm crazy.
It's sometimes. And we are Panic to Punchline, and we will see you soon.